is a wonder. You never believe it. We told Joshua for what? You're a footballer.
Yeah.
A football development. A football being anything like that.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would they do for you? No passion for development. Then we know Joshua will put the millions men in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You are not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no he no tea.
When he was 12 years over early, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boakai himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader. When we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything, and the position statement for those commissioners who decided from February to where, and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boakai come now, he is deceived by coming there, the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Boakai, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to a zombie house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it will remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Barney, Jim Barney. Now when I went to Coon, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boakai benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with nothing.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of old man, then he wants to persecute us. He does going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyers. Get 5,000, go look for lawyer. So from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and found a resolution. I many seconds why you did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Boakai send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay.
If the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the risk of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Dr. Ware is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he would have done it in second term. But they didn't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. That's what they believe. Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. Tell me something. Zero. Oh yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000 if you qualify for Nations Cup. Yes, time. Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God. I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that ship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person,
for the tension we created the few times, especially almost creating embarrassment for this country. As it relates to the speaker, the embarrassment we created for the government that got everybody confused, we want to apologize. But let me tell you why it happened. There is always a reason for these things. There's some common practice and the House of Representatives, even the entire legislature. Whenever you go through the first round of election, we await the second round to determine the speaker. In the issues of consensus, we await the second round to determine the speaker. We believe that whenever a speaker is from the party of the government, it makes our work easier. There will be not too much confrontation. The tension we created this few days emanated from the who fair that tradition to be changed. They remember in the 54, Buffalo's Chamber, but then the speaker, they never have one member, the CDC did. But the fact that Buffalo's Chamber was a sedition, and moreover his party won the presidency, His Excellency former President George Manuel, we decided to give the right to Buffalo's Chamber. There was no contention. Normally the president takes the speaker and the deputy falls in opposition to balance the house. But under our regime, the 55th legislature, there were people who felt it was smarter than us in terms of following the tradition. After we won the election, our president was waiting for the second round. Fortunately for us, Unity Party in Victoria, we called for a meeting and we told our fellow lawmakers. And this time around, the seat is for Unity Party. They said, no way, it can't happen. The guy can't vote more than you. I don't vote more than you. I'm not sophisticated more than you. It can't happen. We forced to take the seat. It was on that basis that when we won the election, we lost our staff vote. I'd like to tell you this because I apologize for the tension created by us. But moreover, there was a reason.
It was on that basis that we felt if our government will have an opposition speak up, it will suppress the success of the United Kingdom. I'll be honest with you, no matter how you feel. It was on that basis that today we emerged victorious because we know the right candidate in the house will have a speaker.
His Excellency Dr. George the relentless effort in ensuring that we were released on this day as a law-abiding citizen, as one of the political leaders in our country. So adherence to the rule of law is key for us. So there is no way that we can be advocating for adhering to the rule of law and then we do away or run away from processes that got to do with the rule of law. We don't have a problem for facing justice. We just call for impartiality and that whatever that happened with respect to
innuendos and mistakes. We have identified a series of them. We understand where the case is going, and there's nothing there. It's a mockery of justice.
So from the witness testimony today, are you convinced that
You understood that your coach has your own connection with the fire. Yeah, the only people who can associate that face with fire are people who are ignorant. Not well. When you have a mindset, you try to develop anything to that mindset. So you go in with a preliminary mindset that I got to be Kofa. So anything Kofa say will be.
Did the police IG call you, sir? There are information that he called you.
Call me for what?
To apologize.
When?
Today.
No, I don't see no call from the police IG. Tell him not to call me.
All right. Why should they call you? We can talk to Representative TV. Welcome to the media.
Thank you.
You are one of the accused. You're here today. How did they go in there?
The government is just a waste of our time. Waste of our time. And it's something that we need to talk about. You can't bring a police officer who goes to the bathroom for 7 different times testifying lies, saying that I am charged because I was sitting in a car. According to him, I heard conversation. I didn't report it. Is that why you waste my time? But we'll see.
Is that true? Is that true?
Yeah, it's a waste of my time. I sat in the car. According to him, I sat in the car.
There are a number of things that happened today. First, the prosecution tried to avoid the fact that the police was in charge of the building at all times relevant to this conspiracy and this action. So you will be unable to avoid a trial of this matter, bringing the police in as co-conspirators, if indeed action occurred. The second surprising thing is the state witness testified, right, that the evidence, the plastic cups and the stuff they used to transport the gasoline. They wasted the gasoline in the building, they lighted, then they took the cups, they ran outside, and they threw them in the yard. So they say they found the evidence outside of the vicinity. That doesn't make sense, right? Finally, it's a hodgepodge of recordings unrelated. Okay, there's no direct evidence of relationship to the fire. Abu Kamara, Jacob Gedi are colleagues of mine, and we will talk almost every day to matters that pertain to legislative business. During that time, also remember, the legislature was tense. Okay, the legislature was tense. So to take a recording where I'm at the president, I say that's evidence of fire. I mean, I was truly disappointed today. The good thing is they didn't take as many bathroom breaks, but the evidence is just as good.
So from Chief Andiko, so he just spoke with the press.
And all of our partisans, supporters, and well-wishers out there, even the members of the faith pastor who created the awareness for this day, we appreciate our partisans and supporters. We are interested in peace and stability in this country. As we indicated, we will remain unreserved in our commitment to that. All we want for due process to be accorded every citizen, irrespective of social, political, economic, or geographical status. That doesn't matter. The law is blind, and so that's what we want. So we are happy we went to court today, as we indicated to our supporters last night, to go. We cannot lead from the back. We could not lead from the back. So we ask our supporters to turn out. So this is why as leaders, as political leaders of the different parties, we went on the ground of the Supreme Court today at the Temple of Justice, rather, to show to our supporters that indeed, just as they are precious, just as our lives are precious, so are their lives also being precious. So we could not tell them to come up and then we stay behind, you know. So we lead and we lead from the front. And we are very, very much appreciative to all of them, the judiciary system, the law process, the legal process is unfolding, is taking the root, the bond was signed. As I speak to you now, Honorable Funati, Chief Funati Kofa, former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Dixon Sibo, Honorable Abu Kamara, and Honorable Jacob Debbie Nisaka. As I speak to you now, they are being released, from the Assembly prison. That process is on. So with this, we want to appreciate our supporters and we urge them to be calm, to continue to be law abiding, to be peaceful. As we said yesterday, that they are coming out today. Should be in a peaceful manner and form, and that the police also should not provoke, they should not provoke. And today, with all that is happening in an incident, so I like to be so the police also acted.
To go to him, even Boakai because of a title, make it comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Oyota, I kept the peace. Chancellor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful, but we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people, and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect, because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagreed, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that the team on the table were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until the tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just with any position holder. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. So they got nothing.
Maybe when you are angry and you elect the wrong people, thinking that they are the savior, this is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody comes to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking a job, this is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. That's why $50 job, $100 job. You need the government that comes to power that came to rescue cannot even give a $50, $100 job, leave the citizen on that job. This is wrong. It's wrong. Everything that is doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that is doing is wrong, baby. The disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And whether you believe it or not, you understand? It's a small country. It's one of the best countries. We are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. That's why we promote peace in our country. For so many of them promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face and fear of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition.
You, my great people, how's everything with you people? I hope you are doing so great tonight, right here on this very day. We are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and out of good health, and no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And I always told people that in every disappointment, there is a blessing component of it. But the disappointment window can be so wide to the extent that it is difficult for you to identify the small window of blessing. It doesn't mean because the window is small, it means that the blessing out there is small. The blessing that in that small window, just pass through that window and enter. You'll see that the blessing there is very big. And normally you will be distracted by the wide windows of blessing, or let me say, or disappointments. And then you follow and say you overwhelm yourself. And some of us, we are strong. And so we are very grateful to the Almighty God. And we thank God for opening our eyes to see things far ahead before they even happen. We are grateful to God Almighty. You can do all your bad things, then don't allow the devil to make you to feel guilty. To make you to think that, the kind of thing I'm doing, I got to go to God. Say, no, don't do that. The devil is making you to commit more sins so that you will distance yourself away from God. Good. So no matter what the devil does, never distance yourself away from God. Be close to God. Because he is that same person who will be able to clear everything off. How you doing? My Dorothy, how you doing? Baby is fine. Everyone else fine. We want to be grateful to the Almighty God that we are getting there. With God, all things are possible. How you doing? Fantastic people. How you doing? I hope you are doing so fine tonight. And we are getting there. And with God, all things are possible. Today, so like I said, yesterday, I gave some of you money. I called one person up. The rest of the other persons, when I did the latest job, because I was not on, we had to give that money out to them. Like we said, we'll always try our best. And tomorrow, the the entry for the draws for the Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win. It ends on tomorrow 5. Tomorrow is Friday, yeah, it ends on tomorrow. So you can get your scratch cards and more, and we'll try to call the team up. Even during the show time, we'll place a call to them so that they can explain to us why it is, because they are trainings, they are conducting all over and are helping and so forth, where we can get those stuff. And so I'll be able to do that. Get to them and then we'll be able to do that. Perhaps tomorrow we'll be able to do that. Yeah, that he has closed and what is it and what you can do. So we'll be able to get to them on tomorrow on the show. So we'll call up, someone to just be able to tell us more about it and what it is, what are the necessary things that they are putting in place now. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. God has his own way. And I always told people, God does not share his glory with any man. God does his thing his own way. And he doesn't want man's involvement in it. It does not work. Today, in fact, currently as we speak, the CDC chairman, Attorney Janga Augustus Kuo, led a delegation to Grand Judea County to represent the former president, a true son of the Southeast, a true son of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia, at whatever occasion that will be held there. And we are very grateful and thankful for that. We also saw there the presence of Yeke Koloba and I think Debbie, the Grand Judea lawmaker at the GO as well. So the momentum is very high for the opposition and I guess who are there in Grand Judea County. Why your most unpopular, futureless, visionless president, his arrival there was greeted very poorly. And I'll show you this. For me, I speak with evidence. This is your most unpopular, visionless, featureless president's arrival. There. So let me just share with you so that you see it. Because me and Leo do my thing, then I'll tell you. This is what it is. This is what I've seen. Then I'll show it to you. Then you'll see it. Or we'll see it together. Then or we'll analyze it together. Despite all the negative publicity they did against George Weah. George Weah not there. Changa Kuosa get crowd more than Joseph Boakai. You get Koloba get crowd there more than Joseph Boakai. Whole president. So I was like wondering when I seen this thing, I say, what if George Weah entered down there? Joseph Boakai was going to be buried. The same way George Weah buried him in Nima County at Prince Johnson's burial. Their own body, they can get it there, they put it in their hand. George Weah go there straight and yet take it away from there. That's the same thing they did. And they thought their body was Prince Johnson's body. They did everything they could. So now we are entered there straight. Everybody turned everything over. The moment George Weah, they announced tribute to be paid by former president, Republic of Liberia, his SL, whole crowd. Whoa. The man stole the show from them. Then if, can you imagine in their own country where they say they beat George Weah Bawel, that they place George Weah stole the show from them. What if Weah had gone? You see, God can really do some things. So. What if Weah had entered in Grand Judea County today? Joseph Boakai goes in front. George Weah is at the back. Because you know, George Weah will not go for it. Joseph Boakai will go for it for George Weah. Because George Weah is the leader who will close the door. Right? Or if Joseph Boakai makes mistake, like he made the last time when we were in Nima County, you know, Weah was in Bon County. Let me say happy anniversary to His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia. The people in Nigeria wanted to spoil the anniversary celebration. People shouldn't be all on Facebook to take it on. The guys in there too. All the guys in there are terrible. The guys are terrible because the new George Weah whole anniversary are coming to take over the Facebook today. They joined there with all kinds of things. Happy anniversary to two of your darling wife, you and your darling wife. His Excellency Ambassador George Manawia. And of course, the management of King's Clara, wherever it is, all of us here, we wish you and your darling wife happy anniversary being together. You are a true lesson for many of us young people growing up. We will try to emulate your good example. Enjoy yourself. And Clara Maria is one of my students. So she's in class enjoying her anniversary, and which is very fantastic. And I would say thanks so much to all of you for your support you have given this institution. May God continue to guard and protect you and your darling husband as you people continue to hurt this country. And I would think for sure with God, all things are possible for you guys. And the sky will be your limit. You will live to see your children. God will bless you because the prayers are too much for you people. Because everyone else, the prayers too much for you people. They will live long. Because everyone else, they're not even thinking about their own life, like your life they're thinking about. They're praying for you. That's how God can do it. Yeah. So let me say happy anniversary to you people. And we've got all things are possible. So let us show you now. Okay, let us show our own man. Let us show you, Papa. Come here. They say Joseph Boakai come here. Well, you do it fast. We got 22 minutes. I don't want to go anywhere far.
And here's Interage. I
think that the grandchildren, now they bridge here when you pass and then you entering grandchildren. That's a problem, right? So they say Interage.
President
Nobody
Boakai
and
a quote of his officials I visiting this city ahead of tomorrow. On tomorrow, we're going to have
why are you gonna be doing shit for people?
reburial.
Yeah, let's leave that thing.
Immigration service.
Okay, very. Let's start right. And the people that came, they can't welcome Joseph Boakai here.
People here, we have Unity Party.
Television online. Yeah.
We have Unity Party. Partisans here to welcome their presidents as well as men of the Liberia.
We imagine that Unity Party partisan that I give the record Joseph Boakai. That yes, so. You see some of the problem we can be talking about. We're all the noise your court and the people in there so. Madam, please show the camera.
We're going to have
I know we want to come and put it. Sorry for me to say that. It is a small spot. The red green.
Samuel Kayando.
The red green party there. Yes. I know the cause.
Former First Lady Nancy Do. Tomorrow. And we have a cross section of people here.
Cross section of
Unity Party.
Television online. Yeah.
We have Unity Party. Partisans here to welcome their president.
It's small spot. They say small spot the red green. Now the red green type of thing.
The Liberia National Police and the Liberia Immigration Service.
And the cross section of people there now. Now the cross section they would see some of the problem we'll be talking about in this country. They all they know your call. Because we want for the grandchildren people to gain respect. Blah blah blah. All those kind of things. The cross section of people.
That's 2 escort vehicles. Enter as usual.
Okay.
And we are here in anticipation of the vehicles.
Okay, we are waiting for the vehicle, right? Let's start showing you the vehicle. The vehicle's coming now. The vehicle coming. It's not much of it. Coming running with motor. Everybody running away. Let's take this video, right? Let's take this video. We're not doing anything else. We're still waiting for the car.
It's been here.
Yeah, we
not
even start falling down there. You see the road right here? You see the road? All the lies that you're gonna be doing, you see some of the thing there. You used to be lying, passing all over, doing part of trash. And you see the mud right here. We not even start you. Thank God you're experiencing some sunshine in our place there.
Some
Unity Party
members
is this so cross section
of the Unity Party.
You say some or you say cross section again and you can't do some. Look at that.
Sveju City. They have all come to welcome His Excellency the President. We see them beautifully.
Man, let's leave you the business. Let's leave you the business in
India.
Coming. God, this country.
We
We
drove.
stay waiting for the paper to come. Where you come for? They say it down. It's small, red green. And the red green said the business. The camera looking for grass and all to be the normal planting. The camera, I think for looking for green grass and all to be the slow planting. No, she want to do camera trick. So that when she flushes on the green grass, then plenty of people will come for that. And then you see they say, what about the whole camera trick? Not working. So as a result, the camera trick. Why your papa here now? The papa not coming again? Ah, why here? When the papa coming?
Friends, relatives, and well-wishers are all assembled at the sport, paying final respect to the former president of the Republic of Liberia, Master Sergeant Samuel Kayando, and his wife.
The not even stopping to greet his partisan.
They are expected to be buried here tomorrow, and His Excellency the President will be there making sure that he continues to assure the family and his citizens of his support.
Because you see the kind of welcome how you will be entering the area like this, and people were in front of go greet you when you pop out there because they get it
Earlier
green.
on, we had the superintendent and citizens of Nigeria officially welcome His Excellency the President of Nigeria County at the border between Nimba and Nigeria. And this is just a coverage of His Excellency's entry into the city, the capital city of Nigeria County, Dweju City.
We hear you.
As momentum built
with the first session of
final
the momentum is beautiful.
funeral rites of the former president.
Look at the cars.
And his wife, the former first lady.
See the cars. See the cars. You see there? You see? You see there? You see this country that it is great you are looking for himself. So if we have gone to the place, what can happen to your president? They see when we are disgracing and Jeremiah
and yet, folks, I kid you not,
that the same thing. You are going to do the Grange to their country. They can create a hype to make everybody to love we are. That is a problem. The more you think you go against we are, the more you are putting people on your side.
And it's 5:37.
Everything you do, you just hurting yourself. Yeah, yeah. Now you would have paid them and they are so behind you. So that's what I would have paid around and they are so you see there?
This is truly
the walking going now. Yeah.
The greatest
indication, the greatest
assurance you can have that the roads to the southeast are viable, and just as the president has said, has promised,
now the cross section of people here, so
no car is going to get stuck in the mud. Special thanks to the Ministry of Public Works for the great job they're doing.
I'm enjoying you. You really trying your best. Yeah, but it's not easy. So let's come to Jangakuo now. Let's come to Jangakuo's arrival. Right? Jangakuo is in the city center. Joseph Boakai is there. No attendance, nothing. Nobody knows him. Nobody cares about him. And so we want to bring Janga's arrival. I think that just for 5 minutes. Let me just show you Janga's stuff so that you see Janga's. This is CDC's chairman. As Janga is Janga. That's how it is. So we are seeing him here. Okay, this is Janga. This is Janga's arrival. Yeah, so we'll have answered for you. Jangakuo has 4 sessions. First session you get 9 sessions. You know, across, but it's not a shame, man. You know what? You cannot cancel. Welcome.
So like we say, keep following the broadcast.
You see some of the issues.
As we get it happening, as the party have come to pay the tribute.
So what?
Unfortunately, the standard bearer George Manor, we should have been here to pay his tribute. The party is further represented, you know.
And the CDC fire so. I can't afford presence. I hear the SO. And the CDC. In the Boakai,
many times. So the sedition, they are all here, they are battle with the numbers. Sedition, they are battle with the numbers. To welcome the chairman to the country. So you see, all walks of life, the momentum begins to grow. As we know, tomorrow will be the tribute to Christoph. They are saying sedition, they are all battle with the numbers.
Thank you so much, and Anthony Janga Augustus. Cool. Thank you and your team for showing up there, which of course is very much good. Today, we come now to something very important, and I just thought to buy in some time with Anthony Isaac W. Jackson, who has just joined us, so that we can talk about events of today. I will talk a lot of things, but today let me just give the floor out to Isaac Jackson, who followed activities back home. And remember, he had quoted one of the great warriors of age of old, Winston Churchill, against Adolf Hitler. And that was something that he said before, and we were just chatting before coming on. He said, if you remember what I told you about that quotation, yeah, and I will try to cut it up so that we can really get to it. But today, what was seen as a total mockery was sensed and executed by the Unity Party government using this time the asset recovery team. And for the fact, these people are very terrible. From our understanding, they bundle up these people today. They carry them to court where there's no judge. And when they did not see the judge there, they say, we'll carry them straight to South Beach. They decided their own thing. When the judge got to know, and said, no, these people, we can release them on their own reconnaissance. So if the judge had been there, that would have been the case. They wouldn't have gone to South Beach. But because Unity Party people, they are the law and gospel unto themselves. They determine who goes to jail. Nobody needs to get order for anybody to go to jail. They can just determine that they just bundle you up, they carry you to jail, and what you saw today. Look at how shamefully it was that they have to again release these people on the order of the judge. What's the issue about this country? Anyway, I don't want to talk much. There's some things I wanted to talk, but let Isaac talk. We'll have the interactions tonight, and I will ask W. Jackson because he's supposed to be going to do a piece of work, and I taught him to just come on tonight so that we can just have this conversation and I surrounding this. So we are very happy that we are here tonight. We are grateful to the Almighty God. There are a couple of sensitive information I will share with you subsequently. So Isaac Jackson, and he's not here, and Anthony Isaac W. Jackson. How you doing, boss? How's everything with you?
Thank you, Abby. I'm glad to be on your show once more. I'm glad. I mean, excellent health. You know, we had a passing conversation. He said, "My man, it would be good to come on." That's why I'm here. But like we said before, I don't know why my phone keeps going down. Like we said before, there is now substantial evidence, incontrovertible evidence, to show that Mr. Boakai is incapable of running the Republic of Liberia, as demonstrated today. You know, one thing that Boakai is trying to do is to take away attention from the level of intolerable stealing that Boakai himself is engaged with, along with his son. I think today was a sad day for our country, that once more we saw Mr. Boakai urinating on the rule of law. He and his police people. Not only that they violated the sanctity of the residence of a former president, that they should be according some level of decorance or respect to. They went and arbitrarily abused the right of a woman who is almost in the age of 70. It shows to you that these people are heartless. Even though Boakai, under his administration, he think that when Mary Bro, a former mayor of our city, who was reputed for cleaning the city unmatched by anyone, that because there's an investigation involving her, they will remand her to common prison and jack her from the home of former President Sally. This is intolerable at every level. Because he's, man, bro, it's not running away to any place. And anybody who is sensible should take into consideration her age and her contribution to the republic. Something that Mr. Boakai's son will not be able to do today. In less than 2 years, Mr. Boakai's son is bragging on liquor table that he is a millionaire, that he's richer than George Weah, because he has 50% share in MedTech. There's useless company to the Freeport that say, I don't know what is it they're doing over there. Any other Liberian person can do is they're doing what? Destination inspection. 50% share. Boakai is not concerned about the corruption involving his son. He is committed to carrying out naked political vendetta and vengeance against people who did not support his bid for the presidency. And he wrapping all of these around claim of corruption. In Boakai's own government, all of those who are being accused of corruption, have Boakai put any of them in jail? No. All he has been able to do is to just suspend people. In fact, the latest was with what? The guy from LTA, right? Kamara. He just suspended Kamara. Even though there was public evidence.
Isaac.
Yeah.
The issue about the latest is his state-owned enterprises guys are the guys, and the guy from Lacra. And the
right. So
from Lacra, the unfortunate thing about the guy from Lacra, or the irony about it, this man whom he just suspended, he awarded and honored this man recently as the best performing agency person. Despite all the allegations of corruption on the man, he just for honoring the man. Then later on, he suspends the man.
But that is what we're telling the people. That somebody in that age range of Mr. Boakai is either demented or suffering from dementia. And it was a problem that was inflicted on the country by some of our friends. I got a friend, he's a deputy minister of finance. The other time when they orchestrated the coup against Kofa and unlawfully removed Kofa, he wrote a Facebook post and said Unity Party was the only rooster in Liberia. And I said, Unity Party the only rooster because they can pay bribe to remove speaker? When our laws are against the payment of bribe, United Party is the only rooster, so they're crowing over Mary Bro now. Mary Bro, our former respected city mayor, who served that post with an unparalleled distinction, clean our city, introduced a civilized way of parking cars in our city. It's today being dragged to common prison. And my friend who David Minister of Finance said, just celebrating. You know, when Adolf Hitler started to kill the millions of Jews in Germany, there were people who were praising him, soulless sycophants. And this is what you see today in Liberia. Soulless sycophants are writing on Facebook and praising this deplorable conduct of Mr. Boakai and his police people. This is bad. What they done to Mary Bro cannot be justified on any ground. It violates all the laws in the book. You don't just tell people, grab them, you go to court, the judge is not there, you grab them, you carry them to jail when you could even in your own commonsensical way. Release these people because they are senior citizens. Mary Bro is around 70. Why are you dragging her to court for what? Is it a bag of red? They claim that some kind of bag of red. What is this? Today, Mr. Boakai is building private homes in Foya that are in the tune of over 5 million. Some people put it at 10, some people put it at 5. Is anybody investigating that? No. In Broadway, Mr. Boakai is building homes there. Even though the international community, the World Bank is reporting that Liberia is among the poorest countries in the world. But Mr. Boakai is building homes in millions. How can Mr. Boakai justify these things on any moral grounds? You think he can do that? He can't be justified. Mr. Boakai conduct cannot be justified on any moral ground, least to say legal ground. But when I was on your show the last time, I reminded our country about what happened in Great Britain, Germany, close to World War II. The famous quotation by Winston Churchill that Prime Minister Kimberley negotiation with Adolf Hitler was meaningless because what Adolf Hitler has set in motion after he had knocked down France and Poland, he was going to go to Great Britain. What he has set into motion was what? The first sip and the first foretaste of a bitter cup that were going to be served to the people of England. And so they needed to stand up. And I warned the Republic that what has happened to Kofa was the first taste, the first foretaste of a bitter cup. This bitter cup, Mr. Boakai will serve it to Liberian people if we all do not stand up in great readiness to oppose this thing that he has started. Mr. Boakai is not a peacemaker. He is a vengeful man, angry old man. I quoted for you a private conversation. He was in private and saying to his Lofa people, today the government is almost 75% Lofa, which is tribalistic. It doesn't bother him. The reason guy he told from MCS, our nephew and others, it's still tribal nonsense, right? He put a nephew in the place, the man just only dangerous, he suspended the man again. The own nephew on the Momo, what I call it clown, he just suspended the man. But there's a danger of political trouble. They may have trouble last the politics. He's not bothered by this. And he's going on and violating the laws. What Mr. Boakai did to Mary Bro today, and it's a direct attack. If you like, you say indirect, if you want to be euphemistic. But to go to the home of former President Sally, Boakai, former boss, he's still angry with this woman. He wants to hurt Ellen. But he's too small-minded to do it. He's too small to do it, so he's dancing around. You go to the woman home. Where is the common courtesy, Mr. Boakai? Could you call a telephone, Madam Sally, or your security people? Could not telephone Madam Sally and say, look, Madam Mary Bro is wanted for A, B, C, and D. We're serving her rent. Can you not do that out of common courtesy? You violate the sanctity of a home while international guests could be coming or be visiting and go there in the name of taking Mary Bro and carry on violent act. This Boakai man is still angry. You know, Amara said Boakai got list of things that he think Ellen did to him. And those who supported Ellen passionately, he would drag them off on the ground. That's Boakai words. All the people who supported Ellen, you know what the reason why I didn't endorse Boakai? With all the best, I did my best in the country. Ellen celebrated me. Very decorous woman, very clever woman. He said, I will promote a young man here. He's smart. I will send him to England to represent our country. He can explain properly on behalf of our country. I went to England and served my country and brought trophy because I won the seat on the IMO Council. You know what Boakai would say in private about me? About Ellen's son. All that I did for the country. Yeah, I mean, Ellen's son. That's why I was cautious. They man who doesn't recognize my competence in the work I'm doing here will call me Ellen's son every time. He said, man, I was strong minister, or I was strong representative, he got issue. And he wanted to, I'm lazy, 17 grievances I got against Ellie. He still got the grievances. He wants to put that 85 or 86-year-old woman in pain, violating. When was the last time you saw police people go to Ellen's home to violate her home, the sanctity of her home, like he did? In the name of getting a miracle, even though people who have stolen in Boakai's own government, they are yet to see courtroom, and I dare say jail. Is this what you call fairness in the dispensation of justice? Bro, there are real people who listening. Does it look like fairness? You say you're dispensing justice. Is that what justice look like? That blind goddess, is that how she looks? Boakai people who are accused of stealing Kamara, even though Kamara was under corruption, suspicion, and allegation, when Boakai gave him the job, he was constrained to move the man from the LTA. Is that a sensible thing to do? Even though not to Jabba was laboring under corruption, suspicion, Boakai gave him the job, later he suspended the man. Have these people seen the courtroom? Neither have they seen a JSL? The people who are quote unquote alleged to have done something in we as Liberia, you treating them like this? So if you really want to be fair, why you don't tell the Liberian president, why you don't tell the court for your own R5 when you go to the other people? If you really want, if it is not about vengeance, because even in the law, if you want to apply the law, in law, what is the maxim? It's not enough to do the right thing. You must be seen doing the right thing, right? You must be seen doing the right thing. You must do the right thing the right way. Did they do it the right way to get married from Madam Ellen Johnson selling her? Go there when the judge is not in chamber and grab her and remand her to come up prison. 70-year-old woman who brother had treated her own wife like this? You really think so? And go to another former president house and violate the sanctity of a resident? He still want to pin Ellen. That's what she's doing. It's not about Mary Bro. That Ellen Boakai is attacking indirectly. That's what he's doing. He doesn't care about her feelings. He doesn't even care about Ellen, Mary Bro, the Ellen best friend. He doesn't care. He's on the throne now. That's the level of ingratitude and vengeance that go in the man being. The man blood run with vengeance. He's an angry, bitter man. He's not contented with the presidency that he won. Look, but if Boakai had any energy, energy to develop Liberia, he would spend all that time on fighting poverty in the country. Instead of fighting poverty in the country, what Boakai doing is what? He expanding poverty across the country. He shamelessly go to BBC and try to gain justification why he should fly a private plane in a country that is ranked among the poorest country in the world. If you ride private plane in the country that is ranked among the poorest country in the world, are you really fighting poverty or you expanding poverty? Because the little money that's supposed to go in the interior to build schools, to put medicine in the hospital, those money have to be used to finance your trip. And even no private plane you've been flying, no return, zero return. Countries that have private plane, when they wanted to fight poverty, they granted the private plane. For example, Tanzania has a private presidential jet When President Machiavelli took over, he said, I will not fly this private plane because it will cost the country too much. I will fly public plane. For some time, about 6 months. He didn't fly the Tanzania own private plane. He didn't fly. His cabinet was grounded. They were not going to international meeting. He said, we'll raise the money here and develop our country. That was Machiavelli. 2015. Check it, Google it. Today, Boakai not doing it. His only interest is for comfort for himself, not the Liberian people who voted for him. That's why the last time we're here, I called on Liberian people. I said, this thing you see Boakai doing, he's serving people this better cup. This is the first stage of a better cup that Boakai will serve people. He started with Kofa. Even with Kofa's unwillingness to work with Boakai. How have Boakai treated Kofa? Disgrace him, put a lie on him. They are not paying, bribing witnesses. The government is accustomed to paying bribe. The bribe lawmakers to move the move Speaker Kofa. They are not bribing witnesses to falsely testify against him. Something that Boakai himself did to Cummings. This is a better cop. This is a better cop. It doesn't start with Kofa now. It coming, right? Where they accuse Snow, say, oh, bro, and I thought about you, blah, 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 blah. Today, Snow, he went to the jail. They asked Snow, why you coming? Why having the way, bro? No comment. Hey, Snow, you standing up a bombing. Former President Sally is a resident of that place. He's a former leader of our country. He headed ECOWAS too. Former leader of ECOWAS. In fact, still a towering figure in the sub-region. You couldn't say that was wrong. Or whom were violated? He said, no comment. No, why you not comment? You can't see the Boakai now, or what you thinking? That thing Boakai do, you gotta sit there and say, no comment, you gotta think about it. If we don't muster the courage, if we see evil and pass over it and say, no comment, brother, it's what Malcolm X, right? He said, every time we bite our lips to avoid giving offense, he said, evil will triumph. Every time you bite your lips because you want to make Boakai feel bad, or you want to accuse you again, evil will triumph in our country, and we can't allow it. This is the first taste of a better cup. The cup is going around now. It's going to Ellen who? In fact, it's started with George Weah, right? Samuel Tue. You say, oh, you're not let Samuel Tue. You're not found. You're not there. You're not there. You can say anything. You let Samuel Tue. But to say Samuel Tue to security money, even in America, security money is not justiciable subject. To explain, to accuse someone of eating security money, you are now saying that come and put government secret outside. The Boakai said, I don't care about government secret. The fact that Samuel 12, the finance minister, is not on anything here, he will go to jail. And behind it, Samuel 12 got a bone, they try to violate the bone, challenging the bone. What is this? It's a better cop. That George Weah finance minister. If you attack George Weah finance minister, you indirectly go at the man. From George Weah finance minister, now you go to George Weah foreign minister. Then you go to Ellen Wah, GSA director, and her former state mayor. That's Boakai. He's carrying the better cup around. He's carrying this better cup around. No level of professionalism, no level of fairness is associated with what Mr. Boakai is doing. This is naked vengeance. He's a better 80-year-old man who has no regard for decent standards. He is unfit. And what I think the Liberian people must need to do in the wake of the impotence, of the national legislature, the Liberian people need to stand up and tell Boakai enough is enough on July 17. This is the date to get Mr. Boakai to pay him in his own coins. Enough of this nonsense. If he's unfit to lead the country, he got to step aside. How shameless was it that we have a legislature now that is making law to declare something that the Supreme Court has declared unlawful to be lawful? Anybody, can you wrap your head around this? Everything that the Supreme Court declared unlawful, that orchestrated clown that Boakai inflicted on the people, he said he's making law that what the Supreme Court declare unlawful and unconstitutional, it will be lawful. Have you seen anything before? Nowhere in this law school that I went to in Liberia and in England that they told me say the law, a general principle is that a law can go beyond to protect criminality. Nowhere. Laws are always forward looking. Laws are prospective. Now what I say, the law in British society is the law is a progressive science. They look forward. The laws are now retroactive. That's a general principle. Laws are prospective, they are not retroactive. You can't make law to cover the bad thing you did yesterday. That's not a general principle. That's wrong. But these people are so shameless, they are so soulless that they will sit over there, we pay them to make law to cover their crime. Something that the Supreme Court had declared unlawful already. How can somebody do this? What kind of nonsense resolution is that? So since the legislature is comprising of kudos of Mr. Boakai, what the Liberian people now need to do is to take that power, because that branch is going to be the people's branch, right? If the people's branch is now working on behalf of the people effectively in every functioning democracy, the demos, DEMOS, the people, they can take back their power and carry on decisive action. That's why both of our constitution, 1847, Article 2, and 1986, Article 1 say what? All power is inherent in the people. And for our safety and our what? Security and our happiness, they say we can what? Alter our government. We can make necessary reform in the government. We don't have to wait for 6 years. The only thing that will guarantee for any president to enjoy 6-year training in Liberia is the prudential conduct of the president. There's no guarantee in the constitution that when you are elected for president, you'll be 6 years. No, there's no guarantee in the Liberian constitution, both 1847 and 1986. No guarantee. The only guarantee is when you work for the safety and the happiness of the people and conduct your business in a prudential manner. Anything short of that, the people, the power can devolve back to the people and they can take decisive action. That's why I say July 17 is necessary. And if Madam Sally or other people who are associated with her listening, they should let her know. History is an unfinished business. She did her part. She's about 86, 87 now. You know, she's going down. But she got to stand with people who are courageous, who are determined to fight for the soul of our country. She can't guard the soul. At no time. They said, no, what about what? No old soldier, whatever that is. No old soldier. If Molu is willing to take the mantle to challenge this weak, decrepit old man who is that put the country first, all of us should support Molu. That's why I support Molu without even reservation. He's on the front. I'm here in the US. I'm making my calls around. I'm mobilizing too. We got to get this old man out of the place. He's not serious to lead the country. The country can be among the 10th poorest country in the world. You fly a private plane. You're not focused on the welfare of the people. Your son got 50% share in Necotech, a criminal company that is selling themselves through all the place. You're not concerned. You want your son, and you don't come to think about it too. Your son got to be doing what he's doing because his father has never been there for him. So he said, oh, son, we got an opportunity. Let me massing now. That's what Jojo is doing. Because Boakai has never been there for his children. If he was there for his children, they would not have gone to substandard schools. All the Boakai children went to substandard school. No, they didn't went to any Ivy League school. Even though Boakai leached on the governments, federal government, for 45 years, he couldn't find the resources to send his children to good schools, Ivy League school. They all went to poor quality schools. Boakai children, check their school record. That what he would do to Liberian people, he not concerned. So Jojo said, but send the opportunity can let me just steal as those stealing going out of fashion. 50% share in what you call MedTech. 50% share in MedTech, brother. That's what the claim is. Boakai investigating it? No. If anybody in the country looking into how Boakai got his money, even though the public record is that Mr. Boakai was a retiree and a pensioner who could not afford his own hospital bill. How did he not get money to be building $1 million home in Foya? How did he and where did he get money from to be building retirement home in Broadville? Anybody investigating it? You think the earnest money he gets it? It's not honest money. He's stealing too. Who instructed Brother Graceway to go and tell, how do you call it, National Security to Boakai, for Boakai? By the time they won the election, that was the first thing they did, right? They won the Social Security and told them to Boakai, the Boakai SUV. They see Boakai would dismiss somebody for buying expensive car from Congress. They already have Lebanon board. Today, what Boakai is himself doing? There's no moral consistency in Boakai conduct. You dismiss Army Moda for buying your zero car. You turn around and buy 1.1 million bulletproof Jeep. Are we supposed to dismiss you? Yes, we supposed to dismiss Boakai. We should dismiss him. So, the country, brother, I'm glad you have me here tonight. I know you want to ask some questions, but there's no consistency in Mr. Boakai's conduct. If Mr. Boakai wants us to take him seriously, that he wants to fight corruption, let him come clean. Let him give us the transparent record about the horses he's building. Let him tell us his son's interest in MedTech. Let him tell us his son's interest, Jojo interest in MedTech. Let Boakai declare it. We need to know. The public has a right to know. Liberia acceded to the Table Mountain Declaration, telling the global community that we're going to be what? Transparent and accountable. That's what Table Mountain is. The public has a right to know the freedom of information. The public don't know how much share Mr. Jojo Boakai has in MedTech, for which he's bragging now that he richer than George we are, and if he doesn't work for the next 50 years, he will be comfortable. The fair money he get there, or the stealing money too? Can Boakai tell us the sources of the money he's using, saying he couldn't afford medical bill now that he's building in for you? Can you explain to the Liberian people? Can Boakai now arrange the people who he accused of corruption and dismissed in the government before the courts? If he's going to do that nonsense to Madam Mary Bro, a female, I will come to Kumaya, but I'm concerned about a female being violated. I mean, what a day to Kumaya, unfair to Kumaya, because Kumaya been passing around, you know, he's upon office trying to work on things, so Boakai is hungry. If Boakai has no way, he will want to walk upon dead body. That's what he would do. Because Kumaya is the guy who been upon now running his office here and there, doing some little stuff, passing around and, you know, doing stuff. So he's angry. He's looking for weight, going all on the rack, checking for what they call it, what is that? 30,000 bag of rep. Nonsense. Boakai, the horse you bailing in for you is over 5 million. So put it at 10. I won't put it at 5. I won't be, you know, magnanimous to you. You should pay $5 million when you're bailing home for the people in Liberia. You're breaking down the people who in Stratton Creek and you're building home for yourself. That's how Boakai is soulless. He's breaking down poor people homes and he's building home for himself. So it's wrong, brother. Today was another dark day because Boakai violations of the laws are so long that we can't even keep count of the anymore. But today was just another terrible day for the rule of law in our country. That people will be accused, they will be guilty as charged, right? As long as you accuse them, they guilty, they can put in jail. But even the people who are working in Boakai's own government, who have been accused of stealing, of misapplying government money, Boakai just explain it. Why you don't care in the jail? If Boakai won't be, let's say, let's use a fair standard. If Mary brought this on it, we are time, and he say, okay, this on it, around we are time. They accuse you can't go, you suspend that you can't jail. The coroner says you can't woman to jail Boakai. The poor society that Boakai he went to, that what they tell him to do, I him to treat women back. Let's go there. That's what he got as an asset. You want the poor society nonsense. The poor society when they carry women to jail, when they do bad thing. The man is soulless, he's demented. He tried to drag the country down to another disastrous path. I told the Liberian people that this man was unfit to lead the country. That I was willing to forgive because that man could not lead our country peacefully. I see a video training, I know it's a Nigerian pastor or whoever person is predicting that man is nearing his grave. Is this the legacy you want to leave behind? Is this what you want to leave behind? People who helped you yesterday, Mary Bro must have put some good words in here for you. You're going to disgrace the woman like that? For what? Is it 10,000 bag of rent? What? How many rents? You've been working government for the 5 years. You say you don't keep cheap more than 10,000 rent. You Boakai. I tell that bag of rent, behind somebody dragging out of jail. You can't follow the laws. You can't follow the laws.
All right, Isaac.
Look, if Boakai then said they're doing law, let me be very clear. When I started with this thing, laws are procedural. The laws are progressive. When you want to do law, you do it the right way, you put it in the right manner. That's what the law says. It's not just enough to say you're doing right. You must do it the right way. Carry on in the right way. The same thing, the violator covering right over there, they torture the people. They use the time as an instrument of torture. Carry over there, weekend, capping there, putting behind jail, disgracing, dragging the court. What do you need all of this? The Liberian people who voted for you, they're going to bear hungry. The global hunger index says over 2.3 million of Liberian people go to bear hungry. That they want you doing it. How you put food on the people's table, brother? Mr. Boakai, all the people in your government that you say they corrupt, you suspend it, you don't put it in jail? Why you not put it in jail? Why you not put it in court? And my bro, you see, a woman, a pure woman, and you go to Ellen's house to disgrace her to put pee in her chest. Boakai's soul is dark. I know Madam could be listening to me, or somebody will tell her, if Boakai want to fight, Madam will draw for him, Madam Sally. I know you to be a scorpion born. The scorpion born don't run away from fight. If Boakai want to fight, Madam Sally, I will stand with you. Let's fight him. Don't let this man disgrace you in your old age. That's what Boakai doing. He will coming to you. This is a bitter cup that Boakai is serving. He has said we are two of agents. Two of we are agents have been served. And we are still thinking Boakai joking. I tell you we are already, but we are. Therefore, sir, our difference, mobilize the CDC. Let July 17 be momentum for Boakai. I tell him and I tell it too. If Boakai want to fight you, don't say I'm too old, I'm not interested. Even though you say you retire from politics, you got a telephone. Let Mr. Boakai feel your weight in your last days. Boakai was not among the clever people in his generation, and this is the mistake the Liberian people made. This is the mistake. The man was young man, he was not clever. The old man at the time he will be clever. Yeah, but it also in Boakai's generation, who knew him to be anything serious or substance? We're talking about Gabriel Bacchus Matthews, right? We're talking about Baron Tar, correct? That's towering economics. We're talking about Tupana Tipotep, PhD, correct? Dr. Bama family. Even we are made HB president and do message with who are benefited from his intellect. They are putting Boakai doing, you get intellect, you got not zero. Zero. So I said, but God, what happened? Why is he the president at least? He didn't do nothing. Say his intellect, young children was being inspired to talk like this, to at least to benefit his intellectuality. But that Boakai man, who in a generation he was a zero man. The man was young, he not clever. When he ate the year, when everything on him declining and dementia setting in, I tell you, made him president, and you expect better. Because when you reach that age, everything about you decline, right? Nobody tells you that you get clever. That's a scam. When this campaign was going on as a gentleman, the Boakai was enjoy. Yeah, we are getting second to the incorrect part of mistake. Now, human being. If Boakai spent 45 years, a 45-year experience like this, underperforming, even we are no wisdom in anything he's doing. Let United Party people call on the show to them and say, where is the wisdom that Boakai displayed or demonstrated today? Did he play a call to a former boss, a former leader and respected, venerated, when you say venerated, respected leader across the globe? Then he plays a call to Malanceli. He said, look, we have damning indictment or accusation against your friend or your small sister. She's at your house. I want the boys to go there, but please, I don't want that. Could you please come to the police? Did he plays that call to courtesy? Common courtesy? Did he do that? He didn't do it. He's still better. He wants to hurt Ellen. 80-year-old man from Boedu, Sevelou. Boakai from Boedu, true. From Sevelou, Boedu. He was about 5 years, 5 or 6 years when he brought into Liberia. You still want to damage our country. Look, Always when I come here, I give back some parables. If other people listening, they can correct, but I think the parable is correct. Boakai is like what the Basel people call drunk bomb pemby. Drunk bomb pemby. What drunk bomb pemby mean in Basel is drunk bomb pemby is like a hole under the barrel of the ore. Drunk is a barrel, right? Drunk bomb pemby me is a hole. The hole under the barrel of the ore is not interested in the value of the ore. It's only interested in destroying the ore. That's what Boakai is. Boakai is an 80-year-old guy now, 5 years old. He came from Severu, Boedu. He came to Liberia. He doesn't care much about Liberia anymore. He's 80 years, he goes down the grade. So for him, it's about getting even with the people who must have hurt him yesterday. And if that means it will destroy Liberia, let it be. That's what Boakai is. I don't care. Hell, even though Liberia has been magnanimous and good to me, even though Liberian people were hospitable, I went to the school, CWA. I interacted with the children, the Colombo children. They gave me the podium, the respectable place. But I'm still angry. I got to hurt them. If it mean whatever it mean that, hey, if they come to sport, let it sport. I don't care. I'm going to jump on baby. I'm going to get my ball. Why can I interested in the respectability of our country? He want to destroy our country. He's not interested. Whether he hurt Ellen, it matters little for him now. He's on the throne, doesn't care. Whether he hurt John Weir, doesn't care. Even though John Weir have to pay his hospital bill. This is a man who could not afford it. His children could not raise money for him to go to hospital. Why? Ask yourself, if Boakai was a good man, was a good father, he fathered his children good, he sent them to Google school. Why couldn't they find money to send a part to the hospital? He got to take Henry Costa. Henry Costa said he paid up to give, but he lived in Congo community. He was a Congo man, you know. What do you call it, Papa? Reverend who? I'll get it, Papa name. Where in Broadway there? You know, he should be in Zion Group Baptist Church. He one of the resident, he should be resident pastor in Zion Group. That's Costa's, relations. Those are people he lived with, are Congo people. But he's a Pele boy. But he got to take a Pele Congo boy to raise money for that sick Boakai. Today, this is what he's doing back to the country. His own children, he's sent to school. His son went to Australia. Take Australia, where about leave school. So yeah, way at the bottom because as a father, Boakai will not send his children to good school. All they will do is to come back and end up to steal from our country. Boakai, I'm going to drop on baby, yo. Boakai, I'm going to drop on baby, yo. Other time, I'm going to get my boy. Boakai is a hole under the barrel of this ore. He's not interested in the forward advance of Liberia. He wants to destroy the country. That's where he is. That's where he doesn't care anymore. He has succeeded. So for him, it doesn't matter. If people get vested and you gone, that hey, that the country was small, that mean they're not interested. That's Boakai's attitude. It's an attitude of carelessness. Don't care a flip. But we got to find a way to get him out of the place with minimal problem. And that's why a peaceful protest is important now. To tell Mr. Boakai enough is enough. If you meant anything serious, you are going to do it in your first 2 years. The fact that in your first 2 years, you're not interested in lifting Liberian people out of poverty, you're only interested in your few tribal people, we got to tell you good night. Have a nice day. Let's run the country in a way. Look, Boakai is not 1% of the former leader of Zimbabwe, right? Giver Robert Mugabe, very respected Papi. When he got older, you know, if there's the capacity started declining small, you want to turn over power to grace. The guy said, no, you can't do it, oh man. So it's not right. They impose Zimbabwe in fleeing, they respectfully talking out of the place. Embassy man, why go out and say, Baby, we're not going to put it going in for great business. They quietly talking out of the place. Boakai is not 1% of Mugabe intellect. Boakai was not among the club people in the generation. The Boakai Burma family are my witness on that one. Anybody who want to challenge me on this, that Boakai doesn't have a Blamado degree and he was clever in the progressive community, the HB and myself will stand on one side and say, now you're talking a blatant lie on the belly of the devil. Boakai, the only thing that brought in the permanent was that he lover man, is agriculture. Even the agriculture they level in the chapters. Oh no, Ellen Stelly leadership, Boakai, one of the ministry that were on Boakai, agriculture. He do not this year there? Zero. So that agriculture clean to agriculture that skin. You can see him out there, brother. Zero. So he was not clever when he was young. He will not be clever. The thing that can't down, it decline. So Liberian people, what Boakai did today was bad. There can be no justification for what he did today. Boakai is a drum bomb pimby. He's like a hole under the barrel of a good oil. That small hole under the barrel of the oil is not interested in the value of the oil. He want to destroy the oil. Boakai is not interested in lifting Liberian people up. He's only interested in his son. And he think when the people get angry and destroy things, it's not his business. He will still have the money. He will still steal enough money. We got to stop him. We got to do it in a peaceful way. And that's why it is important for Liberian people to join the rally. Enough is enough. Now it's the time for the Liberian people to speak their truth. Their own intimidated speech. They got to give their own intimidated position. That's why the Greek called paesia. You got to talk. The Socrates called paesia. You're unintimidated. Now it's the time to stand up and speak your truth and say enough is enough, Mr. Boakai. 2 years is not the one we see now. We want it to be for the next 4 years. Have a next day. Either you do right or you have a next day. So we're getting option to do right by the people. Mr. Boakai, you either do right by the people. You got to call Madam Sally, apologize for what you did to her. You violated the sanctity of her home. It's wrong. You humiliated the former foreign minister who represented Liberia and started Liberia's position on the argument for non-permanent seats. You're going to disgrace Kumaya like this, brother? What are you doing this for? Kumaya and myself, we're not good, best of friends. I used to be deputy minister. We had some disagreement. They begin here for the but Kumaya was the guy who led Liberia at the early stages of the non-permanent seat. He articulated our position. You're going to disgrace him like this, brother? Is it 30,000 better, right? Oh, the share your son get him met. They say a 50% share. If your son got a 50% share, he met more than 30,000 cost for 30,000 better, right, brother? What are you doing? So you don't investigate your son. You don't ask him why he inflated the company that is controversial from Sierra Leone, our country. The Medtech come from Sierra Leone, right? They just don't touch the thing in Sierra Leone. How they come to our country now and your son got 50% share in it? Boakai is now ready to fight corruption. What he's doing is naked vengeance. He's trying to perpetrate. He's mitigating naked vengeance on the people. That's what he's doing.
Okay.
He's meeting up naked vengeance against the people who he doesn't like. And we got to stop him.
Okay, Isaac.
People got to stop him.
Isaac, thank you. And let me just read this position that I shared today on my Facebook page. And I like what you said, that it is wicked vengeance. But of course, I look at it and I describe it in these terms. And I said, it's a deceptive game of distraction and manipulation. And it's a so-called fight in Boakai's so-called fight against corruption. So I went on to say that Joseph Boakai is proving to be no different from the rogues he once condemned. In fact, his tactics expose a deeply manipulative leadership style. The oldest trick in the book for any seasoned con artist is simple: create a distraction, then steal. That seems to be the Boakai's playbook. He has turned the fight against corruption into a politicized charade, one that is more about public posturing than genuine accountability. You can't fight corruption with propaganda and witch hunts, and you certainly can't fool the conscious population with theoretical suspensions that lead nowhere. Since taking office, JMB has weaponized suspension as a diversion tactic. For opposition figures, it is straight to jail, harsh arrest, public humiliation, and legal press. But when his own officials are caught in wrongdoing, it is a different story entirely. He invites them for a quiet meeting, announces a suspension, and sweeps the matter under the rug. Ask yourself this question: all of those so-called suspended government officials, how many of them have been charged, indicted, or dragged before the court of law? None. A clear example is the academic fraud involving former Commerce Inspector General Doug Cooper. Rather than dismissing him outright and allow the justice system to take its course, JMB pleaded with Doug Cooper to quietly resign. Why? To avoid public uproar or to protect one of his own. This double standard is not only insulting, it is dangerous. It signals that the Boakai administration is more interested in silencing opposition than in cleaning up government. In my view, and it is what I said in conclusion, these provocations are calculated, designed to frustrate the opposition into reacting, thereby creating chaos that JMP can use as an excuse to shift blame and dodge responsibility. It is clever strategy to provoke unrest, then claim government is being undermined by the opposition. But Liberians are not blind. We see the game, we feel the hardship, and we know that real leadership requires more than tricks and distractions. So I think with this express, which tells clearly the kind of tricks that Boakai is playing, we can all rally around the July 17 protest and call Boakai to order. I think that is what
absolutely. No, but you're right. Your point, you spot on. Because take for example, Boakai sent his nephew to Noka, and we all know Noka. It used to be one of the financially potent agency of the government, right? Mm-hmm. And what did his nephew do? That Jacob Akoli? They said Jacob Akoli may supply huge sum of money at Noka. Has Boakai taken any action against Jake? Zero. No. So this is a man who is comfortable with people who are inherently corrupt in his government. The board reported that his own central bank governor, one of his nephews, is taxing the government for his own private residence that he acquired long before he went to government. He's claiming, the first central bank governor is claiming fraudulently that government should pay for the horse he in, and the horse he in are private money. That's why it's reported on the social media. As Boakai asked the governor of the central bank that his own house he built before he became governor, we are paying him to live in his own house. Correct? But so this man is not serious to fight any corruption. And if you say he want to fight corruption, that apply what Liberia acceded to, the Table Mountain Declaration. That apply Liberia's standard of what? The public right to know, the freedom of information, to know how much money Mr. Boakai is spending on his private residence he's constructing in Foya and in Broadville. How much money going into that? How much money did he spend to get the bulletproof jeep he had? Why is he not transparent? The public has a right to know. Correct? Why is he flying private jet when the vast majority of Liberian people, 2.3 million of our people, languishing in poverty? These things cannot be justified on any moral grounds, neither to say accountability grounds. So Mr. Boakai needs to give account. He needs to give account. All he's doing here is distraction. He's trying to get even with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. That's what he's doing. And I am encouraging our former leader, our respected leader, not to back up from this fight. If Mr. Boakai wants to fight, Ellen, let him have one. That's what he should do to him. Don't run away from him. Don't say, go free that. No, Madam Sirleaf. That Boakai will conscientiously go to your home, violate the sanctity of your private residence, just to get married, bro. When he could just telephone you and say, the people will need her, let she come to the police station, we need to ask her a question. Why couldn't he have done that out of respect? Why violating your private home? And he knows how you Madam Mary, bro, is taking care of your private residence. It is that residence that you play host to many world leaders. I went to that home too. I sat there with you and we have meeting, Madam Sirleaf. That home should not be violated by security people. Who security people? Who do security people so much? And what are they looking for? Trying to disgrace an old lady. Madam Sirleaf, you have an institution that is respected globally to promoting women. If this man going to disgrace a woman in her age 70, and you're going to sit down and let him go with impunity, I think Madam Sirleaf should not allow this. I think Boakai should pay for this thing he's done. He should pay for this. You can disgrace a 70-year-old woman in the need of fighting corruption when corruption is flourishing in your government, Mr. Boakai. This is an attack on Madam Sally. I think you should not rest on this. I think you should take action. If you telephone me today to come to the country, I will come. We have to work together to support the protest that is coming on July 17th to tell Mr. Boakai, we gave you a chance to do better. You have not done better. In 2 years, all that you have done is to expand poverty in this country. You are the only, since the foundation of Liberia, Boakai is the only president that have ridden the most expensive car in the history of the country. Can you imagine that? There is a man who was on loan, could have afford his own hospital bill. Why does he have this lavish lifestyle suddenly? Why is he living in such opulence? What's such a lavish lifestyle in a country dealing with stinking poverty? Why? School buildings are caving in. Students are sitting on racks, bricks. Okay, and your man is flying private jet and you buying luxurious car all over the place, and he had the guts to go on BBC and try to defend it. It can't be justified on any moral ground. If you take a fight with you, Madam Sally, if you think because you 87 or 86-year-old and you think he can hurt you still, because you still got that list in your head, it's unforgiving. We need a dance. We need a dance. We need a pushback from you. We need a pushback from you to teach this Sierra Leonean man a good lesson. The man from Buedu, I know that. And everybody in his age range knows that. He from Buedu. There's a Sierra Leonean boy who fortune was on his side and became president. You want to prove this to you, Madam Sally? You got to teach him a lesson. You got to push back. And Liberian people got to push back. We're not saying that for this to happen to our country continuously. The man is incapable of running anything. Incapable. Anybody who serves as president of the republic, who means well, your first call to duty will be to develop a coherent plan on how to tackle poverty in the country. Then we say, oh yeah, he's a serious guy. You say a call or stay, Boakai is not adjusting his lifestyle. He's still flying private jet and it's comfortable to talk about, oh yeah, I got serious thing. Serious thing you going to war after? What is serious thing, brother? Joey, we're not going after serious thing too. You go, oh, serious plane, we're not just running private plane for pleasure. You're not running private plane for pleasure. What is the return on it? Makafoli of Tanzania. He have a private plane. He granted a private plane to save his republic some money so that he will engage in domestic investment. You're not doing that. Every time you travel, you got huge delegation behind you. Some of the people that go there to watch TV in the hotel's room, they got no contribution to the trip. So why you spending government money like that? Makafoli cut down on delegation. Traveling with him and with official matter. He cut them down. Why are you not doing that? So Boakai is that he's not able the job. He's incapable of doing this job. Because he's incapable of doing the job, let's tell him say enough is enough. We can't continue with this. That's what I said. What I brought Churchill. We brought Churchill to remind our people that what Mr. Boakai has done is the first sip and the first foretaste of a bitter cup that he will serve to our republic. He's a complete drum-bomb pembe. He's not interested in Liberia welfare. He's interested in damaging the country. For him, he's 80 years, doesn't care. He doesn't care about his own children. Because if he cared about them passionately for the 5 years experience in government, his children still went to poor schools, poor quality schools. There's not somebody who loves his children passionately and sacrifice for them. No. So he doesn't care whether God forbid he goes in the grave. What happened behind him with the children? Nobody cares. He doesn't care. That's the kind of man he is. Because somebody who at that age care about himself and his children, he say, let me run the people country properly so that tomorrow people will not wish on my children. So the sky will not be on my children. That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing. If you grab Madam Mary Brew, our former city mayor, brought about all kind of creativity, clean that city. Today we got all that parking in the place there. That's Mary Bro idea. Plenty of stuff around the place, trying to do something, beautify the city in a way. She went to how they call it GSS. She did her best there. You gonna disgrace her? When you could just telephone and say, we need her, let she come. You know, you're going to put an 80, a 70-year-old woman in jail? For what? For a beggar, what beggar rest? You're taking millions of our money, millions of dollars of the country's money, and you're wasting it on private plane. You're going to disgrace a female? That's what I'm telling you, I'm telling you. She got an institution that promotes women's rights, women empowerment, all that stuff. And they're going to disgrace a woman. She's going to say that? I don't think she should give her the fire at 86, 87. I think she said, if this is a call, you got to come on. You just sit down and let Boakai dance the way he dancing through all. It's nothing. It's not, you stood up dictator like Doe, that weak, wobbling Boakai with weak knees. Your man said you're going to leave this man to the thing he's doing? Don't do it. Don't allow it. Nobody should weaken you. Not even age should weaken you over your dead body. Don't allow that nonsense Boakai doing to go unpunished. Let him be punished. Let him be punished. Let him mobilize our people. July 17, let's tell them enough is enough. We're giving Boakai 2 years to do his best. Nothing in him. When you reach that age, you don't have much to offer the country. There's no creativity there. There's no creativity there. Even the unity partisans that are aggrieved, who feel betrayed, get in the rally. Today, our military men are being paid poverty wages. Can you imagine? In Liberia? And I got deep passion for the military. The reason why I love the military, it is the only institution in which a colleague can lay down his life for another colleague, or lay down his life for the state. The virtue in the military is comparable to that of Christianity. It is only in the Bible that Jesus Christ died for our sin. Only in the military that military people can die for their country and for the people. But they can't put your body, your military men, they corrupt government at Boakai running, Patrick Hannah generator take 3,000 and they're paying master sergeant, is it $128 or something, less than $200. Master sergeant is being paid that low level money. We believe the July 17 protest will empower all Liberians, including the military. That's why we're encouraging the military to be on the side of the surveillance, the peaceful surveillance will be marching with their placards. Protect their rights. If Boakai police people, because Gregory Commodore, he's drunk on power already, and if he abuses the gun he gets in your hand, we're going to take it from your hand. You get abused the gun in your hand. Gregory Commodore abuses the gun in your hand, we'll take it from your hand and carry it to the barrel where it belongs. The peaceful protesters, when they're holding the placard, and Gregory Commodore won't put police on them, we want the military to provide security for the people. Because the peaceful protesters are exercising their rights provided for in Article 17 of the Liberian Constitution. Our right to freely assemble and petition the government to do right. That right will be exercised on July 17. So the military, we are going to demand that the salary of military people in the country be increased. They are providing security as well. Imagine Patrick Hannah generator takes 3,000 monthly from the national cover. The military may take $128 or $228, less than $300. The military being paid peanuts, the welfare not being taken care of. The protesters will demand that the welfare of the military be taken care of and taken care of very well. So we are talking for military men, captain, major, corporal, private, master sergeant. We're talking for you guys. We want your welfare to be taken care of. Those former EPS guys who they unlawfully dismissed. We want your right to be protected because your right is provided for in Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution. Nobody should dismiss anybody on the basis that they were associated with any political party. Article 18 of the Liberian Constitution speaks against political discrimination on the basis on discrimination, whether on job or on sex or on anything, on party affiliation. Zero. It speaks against any form of discrimination. You can't discriminate against people. Don't say, oh, we're going to get you a job because you're a citizen, man. So all those EPS guys who were unlawfully dismissed or removed from the EPS. This call is for you. Now it's your time to stand up on July 17 and say, Boakai, your son stealing. We will not protect you. Stop it. The AFL, stand up for the people protester. It's going to be peaceful. The rally is peaceful. We're going to call on you to tell Mr. Boakai, $3,000 to one-man generator. You, Mr. Boakai, the military can barely find food to eat, or you fly in private plane every now and then. You riding those zero cars all over the place. We can protect you, Mr. Boakai. The only protection that the Constitution gives you is for you to serve your people well. If you don't serve your people well, we protect the people. We the military for the people. We're not for you. We're not for corrupt regime. We're not for corrupt regime. We're not going to pump up any corrupt regime. Sorry. We're calling on the military to be rational. Because we know that the military will go to when our people show up. We'll get 25,000 people in the street, and the military will go to. The military got to remind them what the military did in Egypt to Hosni Mubarak. Is it Hosni Mubarak? We're not protect you. We got to protect our people. The military showed that same level of discipline against Mohammed Morsi. But I see Egypt, and Mohammed Morsi came there trying to conduct himself poorly. When the people came out, the military were on the side of the people, the demos. We got to tell Mr. Boakai, enough of this. 2 years to at least do something tangible, to do something meaningful. Boakai has done zero, nothing meaningful. We're promoting tribalism. If he's not promoting tribalism, he can engage in some kind of political witch hunt, orchestrating coup, paying bribe here and there, all over the place. He's polluting the body politics. When you pollute the body politics, you change Liberian people that to pay bribe, correct? If the president wants to pay bribe, then we can pay bribe. That's what Boakai doing. The president and his government first to pay bribe to lawmakers to remove the speaker. Why are you telling? You're polluting the body politics. You're paying bribe to witnesses to testify against the former speaker. What is that? You're polluting the body politics. It's wrong. Boakai is polluting the body politics. We got to say enough is enough. The motorbike riders, this is your protest too. Motorbike riders pay their taxes. Today the government has prevented them from coming to the capital. Wrong. Market women who are in the market high because Boakai and people stealing all the money. People not buying things. If we 3,000 out of the patrol, if we're taking 1,000 every month to get one market, 3 market women get a 3,000. By this time, 3 market women time by how many months? Probably the 12 months plus. There'll be a lot of market women that were in power, but only one man generator taking all that money. And not even talking about salary he takes. Over 15,000 is a salary. So you can imagine that? So the market women, this is your call. All the women who believe that the right of Madam Bro was violated. That all the laws in the book were violated. Stand up. July 17 is your call. Now it's your time to speak and speak loudly. People who felt betrayed that Mr. Boakai promised Prince Johnson to protect him and threw him under the bus just upon being elected. If you are in Nimba and listening to me and say Boakai was the proximate cause for the death of Prince Johnson and you want to pay him back in your own coins, stand up, stand with the rally. It is your rally too. Because even the vice president who Boakai got could not even help Prince. But Prince Johnson ran to him and said, "Mama, listen, the man and son, raw code, they coming for me. Please help me to get a lawyer." Why you get Prince Johnson? 5,000, you can get a lawyer in a serious case. In a banana case, lead to say that walk around case. So even the vice president too, they don't care about human beings. They just care about themselves. Today, the vice president is disregarding Liberian law that there is a procurement institution. Why is Liberia going through this? The vice president is now the one going to America, China, to do what procurement people are supposed to do. Is your procurement officer? They violated not just the PPCC law, not just the PFN law. They violated the PFN law by what doing off-budget spending, right? $15 million to NSA to do what? Nobody understands it. Now what Boakai is sending money? The same Boakai will be beyond some of it. Is it e-security money? I'm gonna keep quiet. You're not serious about it. Correct? So if even the PFN law, Boakai have violated it several times, spending money outside the budget, off-budget spending. Then he then come to PPCC and he and his guy, they urinating on the PPCC. I know it is not existent. Because even Boakai's son When the senator invested, lawmaker, when they investigated, they met it. They said, but Meta did not follow the PPCC. Jojo say, Mama, when I get down for your senator thing, when I get down for PPCC, we go ahead. That's how we end up over there Meta today, brother. You understand it? So all of the laws are being violated. The vice president, procurement officer of the gold channel, looking at yellow machine. You just want to be a competitive public bidding, somebody who win that base will go there. Then when the person bring the machine, you the vice president now, along with our people, will ask him, my man, you got money for value for money. Now what vice presidents will do is to preside in the Senate. So when these deals are done, when the PPCC carry on all their proper work, all the proper vetting, and the man who win the bid got the stuff, and he goes to bring the machine. When he brings the machine, you asking difficult questions. That checks and balances. That public accountability. Now the vice president is the one leading that going. So how do we deploy accountability? I will ask the vice president question now. Who's going to asking questions? They brother, they think your machine going to negotiate for that 5 million people the machine go where the rating is spent and the money is spent. No. So the vice president is usurping the function of the PPCC. He's not procurement guy. What he doing there? It's a violation of the law. It's a violation. So everywhere, comrade, Boakai and his people are just routinely violating the law without any compulsion. They don't care. No, not zip. They don't care. So the Liberian people, like I keep saying, if we don't operate by law, then it's free for all. The Boakai can do anything. That's why we're supposed to call on him. July 17 and say, no, Mr. Boakai, the first duty for any government is to respect the law. You're not respecting the law. You're not even respecting the human being in the country now. You're grabbing people who disagree with you and putting them in jail in the name of fighting corruption case. They're not true. Because your own people who stole the money here, you're not doing nothing to them. So this is not fair. Let's stand up together. Mary brought our Aunt Lily yesterday. We will not let her go to jail on her own. Let's stand with her. Boakai is a man who doesn't forgive. He's very, very vengeful. He got vendetta. The man had darkness in his soul. Boakai got deep, deep darkness in his soul. What he did today was just to inflict pain on Ellen. That's what he did today. And that's what he did to George too. Let not leave that one out. Boakai is among the least popular president in the history of the country, right? He is the least popular president in the history of the country. If George was the most popular president in the history of the country, if his popularity could decline that Boakai could win, you think Boakai got any popularity again? He finished. He finished. The man is every day he's digging his own political greed. So we the Liberian people, let's politically bury him. Let's stand up July 17. You wrote a very good piece, Ebi. What you wrote is spot on. And anybody sensible, intelligent will read what you wrote. The only people who will disagree are those brainless people who support Boakai in all of what he's doing. And I'm seeing of my friend who is a deputy minister and from Nimba and writing on Facebook, and you know the party that rooster. You know the party that rooster, the crowing over Mary Bro. Are you celebrating still, brother? Are you celebrating that Mary Bro could be your mother, 70-year-old, help our city? She will be disgraced in the manner she was disgraced today. Are you still celebrating another party for being rooster? You clown. He's a clown. These were the same people who used to call me privately and criticizing Celebratory. I'm not trying to do that. They mean your own man. What are they doing this to you? Today, you celebrating that our politics is being polluted. That our democracy is being undermined because your government paid bribe money to remove the speaker. You celebrate it. You celebrate the death of our democracy in the name of being a partisan. And you think I got any regard for you again as a friend? You are a disgrace. I will not call your name because I see you as a brother. But you know yourself. You wrote that nonsense talking about United Party that rooster. What rooster? The rooster to crow over Mary Bro, that female you're going to put in jail for doing what? This is nonsense. We gotta stop. And nobody should burn their lip to avoid offense. Nobody should burn their lip because they want to make Boakai feel bad. That's why when senator who represent Bummy and represent our people at ECOWAS say no comment, I was not happy. So no, you have to be courageous. You got comment. Make your comment. Boakai ain't doing nothing to you. He can't hear you. I double dare Boakai. He can't hear you, Snow. Don't be scared. It's wrong for Boakai to send soldier people, police people to Ellingham to take Mary Bro from there. It's wrong. You could call her courtesy. She's a leader. She's not going to have Mary Bro. So tell Mary Bro, please go there. The people don't ask you question, go there. Just send police people to the woman's house to violate the sanctity of her home. And you can grab an 80-year-old, 70-year-old Mary Bro and don't arrange her properly before the court and go her in jail. That's not what our law says. It's wrong. Don't get say no comment. You got comment. Say your comment. Let's say our comment. Let's tell Boakai enough is enough. They call enough for him. You represent Liberia and ECOWAS. You send them a bombing country. Don't tell Boakai wrong. You call a minister of justice and ask him question. Why they didn't follow the law? When George not inside, why you care woman to jail? Why you do that? The same thing tell them there. Tell her who he said, what? Mistaking identity, right? When the grand friend said Johnson Murray. That's it nonsense here. Tell her try to carry on. He said he's strong man, that on female. Friend of Johnson Murray, grab a woman. Former chief justice said, oh, we mistaking identity. The grab a woman point not skin only. You see what Boakai doing? You say he's strong government on female? Okay. That female?
All right, Isaac.
The other man, we let party that rooster to pay bra, that rooster to crow over female.
Isaac.
When you pay bra, you're not disgrace, you're not shame, you don't think you're polluting the body politic, you don't think you're dancing over democracy grave. Anybody who dances on democracy grave will never be spared the wrath of the people, and the people will get angry soon. July 17 will be the day to say to Mr. Boakai, enough. Those of you who praise him, Mr. Boakai, why he carry on his foolishness? That's why people dead in Germany. When after Hitler was trying to kill millions of Jews, some people were still clapping for him. That guy who deputy minister because he's making money to minister of finance and renting the party that rooster to give him left female. You gotta ask him. Don't call him into your problem, so you go and ask him. This is a shame. This is not what the country is supposed to be like. This is not what the country is going to be like. That's why I'm calling on not just our people, calling on Madam Sally herself. This is a direct attack on you. Your compound was violated. Don't say, oh, my man, it is say, yeah, oh, nah, I don't think I want, let's leave it. No. If Boakai want to fight, let's give it to him.
Okay.
Let's give it to him. He's carrying the country in the wrong direction. The country is not a private estate. Just react. Don't be scared. Job where you get peace in Bachelor job already. We don't give it to you. You peace in Bachelor. Everybody know peace in Bachelor. There's just we're close on this. It's coming to mind, right? There's this I think it's a Don William music, right? I think I could call it music cow of the country. The guy said, look, my daddy told me not to get in a fight. But sometimes you gotta be a man, brother. When people attack you, job, you won't be peace ambassador. Yeah, peace ambassador. You don't want fight. But if people keep fighting you, keep pushing you, all your lieutenants are being dragged unnecessarily. And you want to sit down still? Want to do all your men that you don't want to come into. So now it's the time to mobilize the CDC and let mobilize our people for July 17. Let's say enough is enough. We're not supporting model. We're supporting the idea that enough is enough. Nobody in the camera say, oh, but model. No. If you see model, then you're already wrong. Martin Luther King said you failed your matriculation exam already. To revolutionary act. If you see model in this thing, you already have failed your matriculation exam into revolutionary act. Because there's a revolutionary action. To tell Mr. Boakai say, look, enough is enough. We want genuine change. And the change we want here is a change that will be respectful of former leaders. It will be respectful of our people. It will be respectful of the law. Mr. Boakai is not respecting former leader. He's not respecting our people. And he's not respecting the law. So we need to take revolutionary action. And so that thing, we got to tell him, say, enough is enough, and the people can do it. Let's do it together. Okay. Thank you for hosting me tonight. And I look forward to coming maybe tomorrow or day after. So we continue the conversation about our country. Mr. Boakai is not serious about fighting corruption. The evidence is clear. The evidence is not incontrovertible that Mr. Boakai is incapable of running or leading a peaceful Liberia. Thank you, and the people should stand up on July 17th. And I'm so sorry for what happened to Madam Bro. I'm so sorry for what happened to Brother Kumanya, but now it's the time. This is the price we will pay. But you got to stand up and mobilize the people and say enough is enough to Mr. Boakai. Thank you very kindly.
Thank you, Isaac W. Jackson. And of course, he has been right here firing all night tonight. So we are grateful to the Almighty God. Tomorrow, we're going to be back here to climb this week's edition of the show. So until then, I know you got all you could. Sorry, we can't pick your calls because of time. So until we are back here tomorrow with another edition of the show, I want to wish you a pleasant night. But like he said, July 17th is that day you have to stand up for yourself. It's not for any politician. It's for yourself, the future of your children. Because no matter what it is, you have to save the country at a place where no matter which one of the politicians you have interest in taking over your country 2029, that country should be saved right in your hand so that you deliver that to the politician. Let it not be nowhere. And you say, oh, the politician should grab everything. No, it doesn't work that way. It's your country, it is for you. It's not for them, it is for you. So thanks so much to all of you for the time. Until we're back here to have a pleasant night. Thanks to Isaac W. Jackson who came on and show indeed it was great being together again tonight. Thanks so much for being there. Bye-bye.